freedom of speech. None of them can stop Mafia from speak. When me say freedom of speech, when me say again freedom of speech. Oh, freedom of speech. When them hear that one, you will weak, them a go weak. Look how long, me a tell you so man tan, you a go like you no understand.
Blessed love and great things, my viewers and subscribers, kings and queen, lion and lioness, speak up on yourself. I don't know a lion foot there, I say give thanks to life, you know. Yeah man. Whole heap of love and respect to everybody right across the world. If you watch a video, yeah, big up your damn self, see? Yeah man. Don't forget to like and share the content, subscribe, click the bell. Welcome, you see what I say? Yes, my viewers and subscribers, so big up. We give thanks to life on a Sunday morning right now, and I don't know on the journey, you see me? Yes, coming up in this episode, I don't know my son the title and everything. Big up Dan Mafia, big up Silk Radio UK, big up the buzz, you know, Jojo, big up. Thanks for keeping me updated and, you know, give him the opportunity to can put this out so the fans can hear. And this time it's Dan Mafia break silence. He spoke and Merciless. Rest in peace, Merciless. You know what I mean? And he covered a lot of area. He mentioned a lot of stuff. He covered a lot of way going out that Dan Mafia spoke about. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I just want to say big up Dan Mafia. For me, I should say it's a fair, well stated, and you know, respectable letter. You know, Dan Mafia. Did an interview, so it's a written interview. For me, it's a verbal phone interview and it was written down, you know what I mean? Same like Ninjaman, big up Ninjaman, you know what I mean? Yeah, and big up Cutty Ranks, you see me? Big up everybody, man, I love what unity we say. Big up the killer, big up everybody, you see me I say? So I'm going to come here with Dan Mafia, I say, see?
This is The Buzz, and I'm Jojo Mac, aka Pistol Buzz. This is a Silk Radio UK exclusive featuring dancehall star Don Mafia. I am Jojo Mac, aka Pistol Buzz. Dancehall artist and songwriter Don Mafia spoke on Merciless, their longtime friendship, and his final days. Merciless's funeral was wonderful. Everything went as the family planned, and everyone that was supposed to be there was there. No one was missed. Don Mafia said, when asked about the people who were absent, the people that others thought should have been there, the artist said the greatest thing that could happen under the circumstances did. He said, to his understanding, by way of the family, Merciless was one of the few artist that passed away who actually buried himself. All his family had to do was put it all in play. He said the property on which Merciless is buried, the 5-acre property, was purchased by Merciless, and his family turned down offers of donations because it was not necessary to give him one of the biggest and best funerals that a star could get. He said the family did their thing privately, and he admired the family very much because they had a lot of genuine love for Merciless, their Leonard, and he returned that love to all of them, from the eldest to the youngest. Don Mafia said the first time he met Merciless was at Black Scorpio Studio. He was there to record for Father Pow, Stone Love's owner, Wee Pow. He recalled telling Merciless how good he was and told him that he was going to make it in the business. And within a couple of weeks of that meeting, Merciless was on his way to becoming a star. He said at the time, Merciless was known as Sugar Demas. He said he and Merciless have been in lyrical wars, and still, when they saw each other, it was all love and laughter, because that's what Merciless was about, being comical, making people laugh. Don Mafia said throughout the years, they stayed being friends, and when Merciless had that famous clash at Sting, he, Don Mafia, was the one who wrote the song What Them Want Me Fi Do for the Clash. He said off the stage, Merciless was always respectful. People generally gave credence to him for being genuine. Mafia said Merciless told him shortly before he died that he was in the process of doing something with Barry's Hammond. He was looking forward to a new lease on life because he had just bought a brand new vehicle and was recording new songs. He recalled that a week before Merciless passed, he was in the studio recording dubs on the anger management rhythm, and one line of his lyrics was, quote, "Have you ever built a copper shot out of 1 cent?" And the people who were there went wild. He said Merciless spat an innumerable amount of lyrics that had everyone in the studio in a hypnotic state. Don Mafia, who is known for his songwriting prowess, said the artist had him mesmerized as he spat out lyrics after lyrics. It was nothing short short of a stage show with forward after forward. When it was over, Don Mafia said he told Merciless that no one else could have found the lyrics that he did and that there was no one else like him. But being the humble person that Merciless was, he was nonchalant in his acceptance of such praise, telling him to stop the foolishness. When asked what he thought about what Bounty Killer said in that much talked about interview he gave to a disc jock on a Cayman radio station that echoed around the world, he said, quote, Bounty Killer talked what he talked and I know what I know. I am not in any position to tell a man what to think or what to say, but I know it's a totally different person he was talking about. I don't know if he remembered Merciless, because Merciless was a man who always big up Killer, end quote. He continued to say he had it that Merciless and Killer were good because it was only a couple of weeks prior to his death that he went to Bounty's dance and they were drinking together and holding what he thought was a joy. Mafia said even the following week, Merciless wanted to go to Bounty's birthday party but could not make it as planned because that entire week he was suffering from stomach pains and vomiting constantly to the point where he had to reconsider going to the party. Mafia said he was shocked at the way Killer spoke about Merciless. Don Mafia said he wished that the negativity that surrounds Merciless's passing would subside and allow the positive things to shine through, because that is what the late DJ truly deserved. He earned that. He said Merciless's send-off was fit for a king, and those who were supposed to be there were. He said there was no shortness, lack of people, and it was mainly the fans and well-wishers across the world that were lamenting about the people who did not show, the people who they thought should have been there. It was not something that bothered the family and the people who attended, but the fans' expectations were high, and at the end of the day they just wanted to see the unity that should define dancehall. Should being the operative word. He said the 5 acres of land that Merciless bought will eventually house an entertainment complex and a museum for the late artist, but in the meantime it is being visited by many day after day as if it's already a historic site. He said only weeks after the funeral, a doctor from the United States and his family stopped by Merciless's grave where they lit up their grill and spent the day cooking and playing music. Mafia said since then many have followed suit. He said it's looking like it's gearing up to be a tourist attraction. He spoke about the mural that became part of the conversation and defended the family in saying they did not commission that piece of artwork. He explained that the person who was given the job of doing the mural inside the building was basically just painting Merciless's life from his photo album, and if people were offended about any of the paintings, it could have been handled with more diplomacy, and he knows the family would accede to their demands. He said, quote, no matter what is happening lyrically in the music, when something bad happens to someone in the industry, we should all find it inside us somewhere to have some empathy, because we're all humans. If we know each other and are in the same game, there is nothing wrong with us having heart for each other, end quote. He went on to say that it had nothing to do with finance, the length of time it took to bury Merciless. It was only a matter of getting the autopsy done for the family's peace of mind. He spoke incessantly about the admiration for the late DJ's family and wish every family was like that. Don Mafia said when he heard that Merciless died, it took him almost 5 hours to get up from where he was seated. He was distraught. He said one of the first thoughts that came to mind was, quote, no more jokes? He said he kept thinking, if Merciless is dead, we won't get any more jokes in life again. Our life done. Mash up. End quote. Don Mafia said no matter how mad you were at the world, when Merciless talked, you had to laugh. Everything resonated. He brought joy wherever he went. He spoke about the DJ who is now calling himself the new Merciless, saying he, Don Mafia, was the one who posted his video on Facebook. Mafia said Merciless was aware of him, but thought that the DJ who is most like him is Warface out of Montego Bay, and Merciless even referred to him, Warface, as his son, though he said Merciless had no problems with anyone who was trying to get a paycheck. The conversation progressed into the current situation of the music in Jamaica, the beat, the lyrical content, and its impact on society. And this is what Don Mafia had to say, quote, in this music thing, there will always be changes. People will do what they want. I am not here to bash anyone or stop anyone from eating their food, and I will never try to put down the youths because they are the future. But all I want to say to them is that they should keep it on a level, knowing that young people are listening listening, and we all have to try to teach them something good. He said the entire society needs a cleansing because it's crazy knowing Jamaica is such a small country and we are listed as second in the world in homicides. He said Jamaica is such a nice place, but so tainted by the everyday crime and violence, and it's everyone's responsibility, including the artists and makers of the music, to come together and do their part to make that change. He said, quote, Jamaica should not be hitched up at second place in the world in murder when we have the fastest man and woman in the world. We have Bob Marley, we have Beanie Man, we have Bounty Killer, we have Capleton, we have Sizzla, we have Popcorn, and many other stars. Yet we keep killing each other. It's like the devil is loose in Jamaica right now, and we have to do everything to chase him out. End quote. Asked if the music has a part to play in the devil being loose in Jamaica, Mafia said he's sure it has something to do with it because when the young people and some older people as well listen to certain types of music and drink up their quote-unquote kulu, it brings out a certain behavior that is a lot of times volatile and sometimes have deadly results. They start preaching darkness and murder. He said the music is way too graphic and too many people are endorsing it. He said everyone need to play a role in bringing it to a stop. He said it's not necessarily the people who are considered top gangsters who are doing the most damage because they're older and have a certain level of intelligence. He said most of the problems are incited by people who are not defending anything in particular. Some are just making money, and instead of investing in homes and vehicles and women and their families, they're investing in violence. Don Mafia said the reason dancehall is losing its authenticity is because people are chasing the dollars because they think that other people are making money from a particular type of music and they buy into the hype because they think it's quick money. He said even the selectors are now part of the problem because when you go to a dance now, you cannot hear certain music because people are not necessarily doing it for the love of the music anymore. They're doing it for selfish gain. He believes there should be various segments of music played in dancehall so it can maintain its true value. He said people still need to hear Shabba Ranks, Barrington Levi, and many others in the dancehall. It's not the same without that side of the music. He said a lot of the youths who are singing, producing, and playing the music do not show respect for those who were before them. And if they don't know where the music is coming from, they will never know where to take it. We touched on the topic of Ricky Trooper getting paid to play at an event for the send-off of the great Merciless, according to Ninjaman, and Don Mafia rubbished the idea of anyone getting paid for anything. He said it was Ricky Trooper who called the family to ask if he could play in honor of the DJ, and the family gave him the go-ahead, but he was not paid to play. In closing, he said he has a new song done in honor of Merciless called Remember to Pray. He said we all have to remember that we are all here for a purpose and we should all try to do as much good as possible. It's not about the car you drive, where you live, or the clothes you wear. It's about the people's life you touch. Sometimes we can save someone's life with the right words of encouragement. Don Mafia said, come let us build back Jamaica, every inch, every square, every acre. I'm Jojo Mac, aka Pistol Buzz, and that, my friends, was The Buzz. That was The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Yes, my viewers and subscribers, here Dan Mafia say, as I stated, well stated letter, well spoken, fairly, and he touched on a lot of topics, especially the crime. Yeah man, crime and violence will cool down, and yeah, Dan Mafia say selected them, some of the artists them have a part to play, and for them in a competition because they want to make the money, so they might play. We're ringing the money pull up on them thing there. But you can't tell them money for live them life. You know what I'm saying? But it need to fix still, you see me? Yeah man, Dan Mafia also dismiss the claims that Ninjaman, when Ninjaman said Ricky Trooper took money. Dan Mafia clear that up and say nothing like that. Ricky Trooper was the one who offered the service to come and pay his respect to Merciless. See, but I don't know. That's the way Dan Mafia say. Ninjaman say another thing. Me don't know. See, but yeah. Me don't think Ricky Trooper would have been so heartless, selfish for ask for money, you know? And Merciless was a legend in the music business too. See, but big up Dan Mafia cry when Merciless dead, and Dan Mafia really mash up. You see, my viewers and subscribers, so Let me know what you think in the comment section. I don't know. Remember to drop in the comment section where you think I'm going. I'm safe on the know me. Big up all the loyal fans them and the subscribers them. Big up on yourself. See? Don't know. It's another vlog. I ready to when I boss now brag. I'm out. That's another word out of my mouth. Yeah man. Big up the Silk Creator, the boss. Check them out. Yeah man.
Thanks for watching Lionfoot TV.